So, I have huge garden goals. Every time we do a project, I think, yeah, that's enough. That'll be it for now, you know, for a few seasons. Just gonna leave it there. And then my huge problem is that I get inspired way too easily. Unfortunately for my husband, I see a project that's super inspiring and I want to do it. You know, I want to build it, just make the garden bigger. I'm literally forced all the time to continue to ask my husband to do these massive projects, and thankfully he is such a good sport. I really don't know what I would do without him. Thank you for doing all these projects, Garrett. With all of that said, what we're doing today is we're building tomato trellis walls, and we're doing it out of the cattle panels. Everybody loves those. Most people right now are building them into arched trellises. For this video, what we're doing is we're building them into walls. They're going to be 16-foot walls, perfect for tomatoes, really structural, a clean look, and they're going to hold a massive amount of tomatoes. This project should be easy enough. So let's get started. I'm just gonna stop and say that my goal was to get all of these projects done before June. Come June and July, it is hot as hell in Florida, and right now it's like high 80s. It's not ideal to be outside and doing all these projects. What I'll show you first is how we're preparing the ground for the actual raised bed. I love chip drop, and thankfully we have a chip drop of mulch, as you can see right behind me. What we're gonna do is put a thick layer of cardboard down. I've been asking all of my family members, like, if you have cardboard, don't throw it away, give it to us. And then the chip drop on top of that, then the raised bed, and then fill it with more mulch too. We're not gonna fill the whole bed with soil, we're gonna kind of top it off with soil. As always, we're looking crazy before we're looking cute. Last piece of cardboard. Cardboard is down, and now we have to move this massive pile of mulch over here. Wish me luck. We are building a 16-foot bed. It's going to be 16 feet by 8 feet. We found a piece of yellow pine that is 16 feet long. The cattle panels are 16 feet long as well. So it is a match made in heaven. It's going to be easy enough just to kind of put these few sides together. We'll show you how we do that. We're just cutting one of those pieces of wood in half, so it's going to be 16 feet by 8 feet, and yeah, minimal cutting, and we're just drilling the sides together. This garden bed is gigantic, and it only cost us about $100 to build, which is amazing. It is made out of pine wood that's only heat treated, so it's not going to have a really long expectancy of life, but it's super thick material. I'm not kidding, I feel like it weighed like 400 or 500 pounds. We had to shimmy it onto the trailer to move it because there's no way my husband and I were going to be able to move it. I mean, he could move it with another guy, but it'd be a lot for me. We moved it on the truck, and he drove it on over to the garden, and now we're gonna put it in there. The garden bed, it's down. Now we have to fill it and readjust it, and then we can do the trellises. We're back on another day of this project. We weren't able to finish it all in one day because it's super hot here in Florida, and we are working on limited time. We have a toddler, so we try to get as much done during his nap as possible. We have gotten the big 16-foot by 8-foot bed filled with mulch, and then we also topped it off with soil just to kind of cut down on price, not fill the whole thing up with soil. What we're going to do now is we're going to install the cattle panel trellises, the walls. So what we're doing is we're using 3 T-posts for each 16-foot cattle panel wall. So we're going to put a T-post at each end and then one in the middle. Secure the cattle panel walls about 10 inches up off the ground. Supposed to be super easy. We'll see. Put your first pole where you plan to put the wall, and then 16 feet down put another pole. The center pole should be placed about 96 inches in between the two poles. We want the panels to be on the inside of the raised bed, so we put the hook side in. Using a sledgehammer, we secured the T-post about 1.5 feet in the ground. Next, I marked each pole 12 inches up. Don't install right on the ground. Most plants get really tall, at least 6 to 8 feet, so that's why you're wanting to hang these at least 10 to 12 inches high up. Attach the panel to the T-post using metal ties or UV resistant zip ties. We did it. They are up, and I'll show you what they look like. I'm always so amazed at how easy these projects are. I would say each panel was probably about like $45 when you count the T-post cost and the cattle panel cost. I'm really looking forward to having lots of tomato plants just kind of trellising up here so I can have some beautiful walls of beautiful vegetables. In the middle, what I'm gonna do is do like a little walking path and do like cabbage and carrots, onions, things like that. We're planning on doing about 3 more beds in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching.